Ladies, gentlemen, and relatives. So Winston Churchill, who said there were two things more difficult than making a speech: kissing a girl who's leaning away from you and climbing a wall leaning toward you. Very good. I'm feeling that this speech might be like trying to do both at the same time. However, I take comfort in the fact that this isn't the first time today I've stood up from a warm seat with a piece of paper in my hand.
Can you show us?
Now look, not everyone here may be aware that the human brain is the most fascinating and complex machine. It starts to work the moment we're born and never stops until we stand up to speak in public. So happy, right? And most especially after a good meal. On the basis of that, please forgive me for writing down my speech. And thank God for Edison. Okay, for those who don't know me personally, my name is Norm. I won't bother with my surname because that's far too complicated. I am the father of Louise. As father of the bride, it is my privilege to make the first speech. Whoever wrote those rules down, I want to get a hold of that guy. I can tell you. Never mind.
It was a woman.
Yes, I'm going to be the I would like to start by saying what a real pleasure it is to welcome Bruce and Lexi and their family, our family, and our friends to join us here in celebrating Louise and Callum's very special day. Although it evokes a touch of sadness, I cannot let this moment pass without mentioning those family loved ones that cannot be here with us today. Firstly, of course, Louise's mother and her husband, Paul, who incidentally is being represented by Christy.
Virginia, Christy.
And of course, Louise's other sister, Tanya, and her husband and her nephew, Bradley, and numerous aunties and uncles and cousins in England. Also, she has an auntie, Alison, in Australia, and her cousin Max, but not forgetting, importantly, her nana Cynthia and her granddad Ron, also in England. I'm also aware that there are other guests here whose day is tinged with sadness for the loss of a loved one. How they would all have loved to be part of today's celebration. Wherever they are, I am sure absent friends will be looking down on us and very pleased and happy for Louise and Callum.
Yes.
I would now like to congratulate the happy couple and to tell my darling Louise how beautiful she looks.
Yes.
All I can say is, Kate Middleton, eat your heart out.
That was the dress rehearsal. We won't tell that.
Oh, and you look magnificent too.
Yeah, handsome.
I don't want people to think that I'm showing any favouritism. But I know I'm echoing the thoughts of Bruce and Lexi when I say we are extremely proud of you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And both of you, God bless you. I have some special thanks to give, but before I do, I would like to speak for a moment about Louise and Callum. I'll start with Louise, who is beginning to look a little worried. You know, time flies so quickly, it doesn't seem 5 minutes since Louise was born. And here I am today speaking at her wedding on it just blows me away. It's just staggering. On the 18th of May, nearly 24 years ago, on a cold, damp winter's night, I remember, and while the rest of New Zealand was probably at home in the evening watching the rugby or their favourite soap, at 10:27 p.m, I saw a ray of sunshine coming out of a place you don't expect to see sunshine.
And he called her Louise.
It was, of course, my baby daughter weighing in at a 7 pounds 4 ounces in the blue corner. She took time arriving, making her mum work very hard, I've got to tell you. 10 hours, actually. Her brave mum refused to take any pain relief. I mean, I was blown away because, I was only a little bit of a thing. But incredibly brave. In fact, she only had a little bit of gas and air toward the end. A couple of sharp ones here tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Nana Cynthia was also there to witness the birth of her 4th grandchild, and it was love at first sight, I'm going to tell you. Those two did have a special connection from that day forth. Even at 1 day old, Louise was as pretty as a picture. I remember shortly after her birth, the midwife saying to me, "She looks just like you, Mr. Bennett." Then she realised her mistake and turned Louise around. Actually, it wasn't very long after Louise was born that before we realised she has a very special gift. As she grew into a beautiful, happy, generous and delightful little girl, through her childhood, teenage and adult years, just a few minutes in her company was and is enough for you to instantly like all up. Louise is what I describe as a people person. Caring, approachable, kind. She's quite simply a lovely human being who has that rare quality, being able to mix and get on with everyone she meets, including Callum Nichols.
She likes the challenge.
Those of you who haven't met Louise yet, you will understand exactly what I mean when you do. Not many people know this, but previously to meeting Callum at work, Louise had put an advert in the local newspaper which said, "Husband wanted." She received 197 replies, all saying, "You can have mine." Seriously, it was just after Lou came back from her overseas trip, I was first introduced to Callum. Callum, it's your turn now. What can I tell you about him? As you don't already know. Well, according to a reliable source, Callum also tried hard to find a new wife before he met Louise. I understand he sent a photograph to the Lonely Hearts Club, and they sent it back saying, "We're not that lonely." But I am very proud of them both, I've got to tell you. When he was a young child, seriously, when his young child was A father sometimes sits and contemplates the image of a man his daughter will marry. When you have two daughters, as I have, you can do an awful lot of contemplating. Will he be handsome? Will he be kind? I'm not going to sing. Thank God this episode turned around. Well, then when the time comes, that the daughter surprises the father by finding a husband with all of these attributes and more. I'm a contented father today as I see my daughter looking so happy and well. It is a real pleasure, Callum, to officially welcome you to my family.
And friends.
Stick that baby if it's right.
I was about to say, I'm very proud to have you as a son-in-law. Louise deserves a good husband,
Yes.
and I certainly approve of your choice.
Yes.
And not just because he cleaned the car so good. And now some special thanks I have to make. I would like to thank Denise's mum for producing such a warm, hearted and beautiful daughter. To Bruce and Lexi for creating the perfect partner.
He's alive.
For Louise. The man upstairs for providing a great day for photographs. To Louise's bridesmaids, and indeed all the ladies that put in so much to make this very special day special. And of course the guys, the handsome hot guys. Don't you agree, ladies?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Roy, how are you?
I think I gave you 1, 2, 3
To all my friends that have travelled far and wide, to Denise who came across the ditch to be here. Well, it's about all I have to say actually. Louise and Callum, it is a dream realised from years past. The beautiful dress, the wedding cake, the promise of love that lasts. Today is the beginning of a journey the two of you now share. The vow of love, honour and cherish now seen in the rings you wear. And tomorrow you will wake as husband and wife. Where the person is next to you is yours for life. And so I wish you both in that when you wake each day, you will turn to each other with the same look that you share today. Louise and Callum, you are a lovely couple. Love and support each other. Stay friends, have a long and happy life together. God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and raise your glasses.
Louise and Kelly.
Louise and Callum. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness.